Hey, I'm Chris, and I am with
Bo
and
William Miller.
use a full name. Well, fine. I am Christopher Dias, and this is
Bo Dannefaer.
and we and this is going to be something a bit interesting. We're going to be sampling some hot sauces from this guy's brain.
Well, we're Spruce City Elixers. We're a small microbrew hot sauce company featuring mostly local hot peppers from Prince George. It's very difficult to get northern peppers, but we've managed to work with Hope Farms, who's an organic farmer, and he grows, I would say, 90% of our hot peppers.
Wow.
Right. Cue the epic music and the zooms and the pans. Something open source and public domain so we don't get demonetized. And we are ready because I cannot handle my spice. Now, we've organized this left to right, or on our side right to left, but on the camera side left to right, from lowest to highest. And why don't you talk about the first one?
It's King of the North. It's a hot sauce that's pretty near and dear to us. It's one of our first ones ever. It features crab apples picked from our friend's
awesome.
yard. So it's hardcore Prince George. Also spruce tips, which is something people don't really eat elsewhere besides northern BC, I found. But I love them in hot sauces to vinegars to gin and tonics, which is one of my favorite things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've tried that with gin.
And then we pair with locally grown jalapenos.
Cool. I want to make sure this is all scientific. So, these chickens were all made with egg and flour, and they were all made in one single batch. The sauces were all mixed with 3 ounces of melted butter and 1/3 cup of sauce. No added ingredients. So we are just tasting that, and then a teaspoon of neutral agave syrup, just to counter that kick a little bit.
Nice.
So everyone just grab one, and I know I'm going to grab the one that's going to be the most dangerous, because that's how it is. Let's see what it is.
That's good stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty mild, you know.
Yeah.
Sort of like this jalapeno, not a killer.
Got a nice, almost citrusy taste to it.
Yeah, I find this is like, I always call it our salsa verde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Spruce tip kind of brightened it up, even though
It's not one of the ones that after 5 seconds you start going, "Where's the milk?"
Yeah.
No.
It's actually very, very, very light.
Yeah.
Very light tea. It's lighter, a little bit lighter than Tabasco. But I love the heat isn't controlling it, so you do pick up that citrusy. It's very nice.
This is Viognier. It's
Okay,
yeah.
so great.
We're gonna cut very quickly, and then suddenly there'll be 3 glasses of wine here. You wanna give me a glass of that? Well, he specifically did research, and hot wings go well with Viognier.
Yeah.
And which is the one bottle I do not have, because I have a wine cellar, and I have probably 130 bottles, no Viognier.
Sweet.
So, okay, let's talk about number 2. What's number 2 here? This one looks a bit more dangerous.
I wouldn't call it more dangerous. It's one of my favorite hot sauces growing up. You know, growing up in a somewhat Latin American home was always Cholula or Tapatio, right? And these are very much Mexican-inspired hot sauces. They're more vinegar-based. I don't usually do heavy vinegar hot sauces, but these are ones. This are ode to that.
Okay.
It's a little smoky with some smoked paprika, red peppers, some chilies. It's more cayenne focused, so it is a step up from the jalapeno because cayennes are, I think they're at 16 to 25,000 the Scoville rating. But it's definitely not a killer.
Yeah.
But it has that look to it because the cayenne is such a rich. I mean, these use it for food coloring.
Yeah, because
not-
you have the oil, you
Yeah.
have that kind of.
Yeah.
So let's all grab one of these. Just stir it up.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's good.
You definitely tasted cayenne in that. Yeah.
Yeah,
More
so-
forward heat, but I love that. What's that? What is that I'm tasting? That's not the heat. Like, what is that? That's
We smoke our own paprika.
that's me.
That's what it is. Paprika.
Yeah.
Paprika.
That's really
Yeah.
something.
So there's 3 different kinds of way heat hits you. And different kind of capsaicin.
Yeah.
So like cayenne is very instant. I don't know if you guys ever eaten a raw habanero. It circles around.
I don't know. Do we? Do we?
I mean, we can bring some
Every
next
week.
time we do this.
No.
And like,
Yes,
some
we can.
peppers.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
So good.
So as we go up, you'll see that we're starting to blend the 3 different kinds of heat in hot sauce. So it'll hit you slow, and then all of a sudden your lips will start to burn. We've designed these hot sauces to be very flavor forward, so we try and delay the heat so you get the taste first. Unlike a lot of brands of hot sauce,
Where
I
it
find.
just-
It's
right.
hot. Like the bomb is a hot sauce. Our
It's
hot
just
sauces-
there
yeah.
to heat. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
want mine to
yeah.
be like, you'll put it on a wing and it'll be delicious. If you're
Yeah.
a chili head, you can go all the way up in our line and get as hot. And we're going to keep getting hotter and keep getting more flavor for it.
Sweet.
Wow, because
Coming
that's
from chefs.
Sweet.
that was
That was nice. I
That was
really
nice.
like
It's a
that
good kick. It's not. It's just around the ring of the mouth. I'm not. There's a moment where I may unbutton this top button or take my hat off, but it hasn't happened yet. We'll see everyone watching.
And this is called the I don't know what the name is, or
Yeah,
Is there a story? You could have named it something. Yeah.
no,
You could have called.
we really tried. Me and my business partner Brian,
Yep.
another fantastic chef. We brewed this hot sauce up, and we waited so long trying to figure what to name it because we always like to have a character for all our hot sauces, and we couldn't figure what it was because we basically were just like, we want to make our version of Cholula, but we can't call it these names because we're two white guys from Prince George, right?
I like that one.
By the way, if anyone's asking why we're using chicken breasts instead of chicken wings, there's a very, very complicated reason we won't get into.
You couldn't find them?
Well, it's not that. It's, once again, it's about, for me, it was about consistency between, because sometimes there's two types of parts of a chicken wing, and I wanted to make sure they're consistent. Plus, I really hate eating meat off bones.
Yeah.
So now we're on to number 3. This one scared me coming out of the bottle when I was stirring it. What's this one?
Hudson's Tantrum. This is our most fermented hot sauce we've ever done.
Oh, okay.
It's another micro batch of most of our hot sauces, but it's been fermented in a small wood barrel with bourbon and just habanero. So you'll find that as you ferment hot sauce, the hotter it seems to get. Because this is just habanero. We're going to go up to Reaper and other things, but the habanero gets super intense from the fermentation process. And it reduces and gets more
Concentrated.
Yeah, and the bourbon doesn't come through as much as I'd like, but you get it from the smell when you start to eat it. So like almost like you've ever tasted wine, you kind of switch around your mouth, do that a little bit with the sauce, you kind of get the bourbon sense more than you get the flavor. But
You stir the hot sauce around your tongue. Make sure you get maximum coverage.
I mean, I want you guys to hurt a little bit. Then Hudson is actually Brian, once again, the other person I brew hot sauce with on occasion, the co-owner of the company. His kid is Hudson, and so Hudson's Tantrum is an ode to his kid's aggressive.
You put a small piece in here, Bill. That's gonna be yours.
What?
It's a small piece. There's like a piece like half the size of the other two.
Well, you can have the small one then.
No, I'm having the big one. You can grab. We have extra chicken if you want an extra piece. All right, let's grab this.
Go nuts.
There we are. Some front heat.
There's definitely
There's that citrus again. Oh, a lot more after, yeah.
aftertaste of that bourbon. You can almost it's less of a bourbony flavor, more of a smoked flavor, like a smoked Scotch, like smoked alcohol type flavor.
I'm a huge lover of bourbon. I think there's more character in bourbon as a spirit than any other spirit you can drink, because the barrels are used one time and they're burnt and charred, and then the alcohol sits in there for 18 to 20 years, and you get this like wonderful aroma that every batch of bourbon will never taste like the last batch of bourbon because of the nature of the wood and the season the wood came in, the casking, and so
this tastes good.
thank you.
Yeah, this one's really good.
It's like that's my analysis of it. Oh, you're going through the bourbons and the smoky. There's definitely more heat. It encompasses now more of the entire mouth.
It's the other kind of heat, which is actually more in the back of the tongue. You'll feel it around you'll make you salivate more. It's the kind of heat when you think about it will make you salivate versus the cayenne lips in front of your tongue, right? So the way we try and play things is so each kind of pepper will hit you in a different way. And then the hotter we get, we just work on combining those.
The multiple stages of heat. Nice.
Without trying to kill someone.
All right, now we're talking with number 4. Now, which one's this one?
This is Sour Barb. It's actually our newest hot sauce.
Oh, yeah. Which is weird because the first two were, the last two were a bit more, I would say oily, but this one has very little runoff, for example. Yeah,
this one, we call it Sour Barb because of, it's got rhubarb, Prince George rhubarb.
Oh, nice.
Strawberry and lime. So Sour Barb. And it's, whatever I eat, it reminds me of like, I don't know, like a really nice like jerk chicken or a tropical dish you get when you're like, somewhere a lot warmer than Prince George tends to get. But it leaves you with a very painful expression on your face.
Oh, really?
It definitely is
one
of our hotter ones.
Okay, Bo gets the big one.
Sweet.
I'll get the small one. Or the smaller one. As Bo spoons up the last bit of sauce.
Man.
You gotta live it.
See, to me, this is so fruit forward.
Oh, that's so fruit forward.
This is so fruit.
Really bright, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm not big. Ooh, there's a little kick. Right at the end, but you get a good 3 or 4 seconds of just fruitiness.
Which one's the Reaper? So we try to slow it down with a lot of citrus.
Yeah.
And that'll kind of keep the heat from you right away. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's
this is good.
Down the throat, like really at the back of my throat there.
It's the kind of one that you're gonna feel it more in your chest before you get in your mouth.
Yeah.
How do you go about, like, how does that work? How do you
Control the heat.
How are some very much front forward and this one is very back, all the way back my throat?
I don't
almost to the throat.
the set science of the different peppers. I just know from taking spoons and eating
trial and error at this point.
Eating just peppers on their own straight. And then I'm a chili head. My business partners, they're getting more into the hot food, but like I'm definitely a...
That's so good.
But it's when you feel it's growing very slowly, and now you start to feel like for me, I start to move to the
Right down
here, and then I get to my tongue a little bit now.
Yeah, it's right up here, but
And the
You can
acid's
almost count it down. You can almost count it to a tempo because it flows very evenly. Yeah, that one's good. That one's fantastic. I like that one a lot.
Sour barb is like the name describes it pretty well to me. You know what I mean?
So now we're on to the last one, supposedly the hottest one. Walk us through this one.
This is Hudson's Peach. Hudson's Peach. This is Haunted Peach.
Haunted.
And it used to be it was going to be a temporary run just for Halloween. We had some great peaches we had smoked for a special I was running for salami.
Nice.
Which for Birch and Boar. But we had so many peaches left over from the season, all the local BC peaches. We decided to smoke them and char them up and put them in our hot sauce. We paired with ghost pepper because I just like the Haunted Peach. And the original drawing for this we didn't do was actually James and the Giant Peach.
Oh yeah,
but like a ghost.
Yeah.
But no one remembers that reference. So
ghost pepper. So I'm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for this one.
That's going to be frightening.
I have this at home. I am so excited. I haven't tried. I haven't tried it yet though.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Grab yourself
for
a chicken.
This one is my favorite of the batch.
Oh, I love that flavor going in.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Sweet.
Wait. Ooh, there it is. At the bottom of the tongue. Bottom of the, oh, yeah, there you go. Look at he wolfs down and I'm taking baby bites.
I eat this often.
Yeah, once again, really back of the throat level of heat.
Yeah, there's a little bit of
Now it's
Cholula era in this one, right?
Yeah, totally.
A little bit in there. I wanted that tiny bit of burnt beginning, so we added a little bit of fresh cayenne to it. But then it's finished off with the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
This is actually the hottest wing you can find at Dancio's Pub and Grill
Yeah.
here in town. And they just reduce the sauce and then coat the wings with it, and it gets, one wing in, two wing in. It's how many people actually finish the whole plate of wings?
They have.
Do you have a favorite?
Tied between the Haunted Peach and sour barbs, I think.
If I was gonna eat a bunch of chicken, I may go with the middle or the one on the far left or far right on our side.
Yeah.
If someone just had a bunch of those, and I would definitely go for the ones on the other side. But it was one of those things. If I'm eating a meal, I'm thinking that with the two on the other side, I wouldn't be able to fill myself up before the heat got to me.
Got you.
Want to do a last dab?
Yeah.
All right. So grab 3 chicken, baste them in the last sauce. There we go, a little dab. There you go for you, and then I'll hold this in the air until we're all. As Bo just.
Yeah, buddy.
Fine, you son of a.
Hot sauce.
Well, now you guys both tell me. My company.
Exactly. We gotta. There we go. Eventually, we're just gonna dip it right in the sauce.
Okay.
All right.
Coated.
All right, folks. Shalom.
Cheers.
Oh, I love that forward heat. That's so good.
This would be fantastic with eggs.
Yeah.
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Our goal for any hot sauce we ever made, when we sat down in the very first meeting, was that we wanted to be good on every hot sauce we make to be good on eggs, pizza, and wings.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you'll sell it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that food.
Yeah, like it's so fruit forward and it's so nice.
With the cayenne hits you first, ghost pepper.
It brings it, but it's not like, to me anyway, it's not like it's a punch in the face. None of them are. None of them are like stupid hot. They're all, for me anyway, manageable. Yeah.
Oh, that was not a good idea.
Yeah, the hardest thing for us is that balance of heat and flavor.
Right.
So it's a lot of effort to go up in heat and keep
And
it.
still keep the flavor. Yeah.
We've got some sweat and some smooge over there.
There we go.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah. So these are all available. Tell us where you can get them.
Right now, they're all available at Serengeti's here in Prince George.
All of them?
A lot of them.
Sweet.
And then also you can use at the farmer's market every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we have all these hot sauces available. Plus, every week we have a new flavor.
Yep, something
We
new.
pick our final ones that will have us, you know.
So by the time people see this video, which might go up as early as tomorrow or the next day, some of these may not be available, depending on when you watch these.
Some of them might have already been sold out. Like I said, we're very micro brew.
Small lots.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Considering I have some of your other bottles which look nothing like.
yeah,
You don't have, you don't even
Yeah,
have
the
names.
original style with that like almost recycled paper one.
yeah.
That's old school. Yeah.
We were poor.
Out of these, what are your favorites? What's
Ooh.
your favorite?
My absolute favorite is Haunted Peach.
Nice.
Because the application, I can put that on chicken wings
Yeah.
for a hot bite.
Yeah.
I put it on eggs. I personally have been loving it. Whipped with a little bit of, like, I do an aioli with it. And I use that as a spicy burger, as a base.
I told you.
It's just mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise. Get this. Aioli is just mayonnaise.
But
It's
that-
Miracle Whip. That's all it is. It's fancy. It's got an extra egg in it or something.
I mean, like, but you can get to the point where you do hallucinate on hot sauce. Like, I used to
Yeah.
do these chili tripping parties.
Yeah.
And you start off with, like, here starts off with just a habanero, and you work all the way up to a naga joloke to, like, a, you know, chocolate scorpion. And you're eating them, and you're not allowed milk. You're all sitting around the table, and you're all in, like, a warm room, the heat's up. And you're just sitting there and you just eat the next pepper. And, then
And you just hallucinate.
eventually the hyperventilating, and then the blood pressure is, like, it drops and goes up and down. Like, all these things are start happening to your
How are you
body.
not dead?
It makes you tougher, man.
Yeah.
That's why you can have these. Meanwhile, here I am like Homer Simpson pouring the hot wax down his throat and just feeding. That's how he had his vision
epiphany,
quest.
yeah.
He had like 4, you know, hey Homer, find your soulmate, because he had like 4 peppers and suddenly he's on a vision quest.
I mean, you do enough of these shows, and you'll be
You just get used to it.
where, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so that was it. That was Spruce City Elixirs, 5 current values. The collection, you can get them at various places in Prince George. If you're out of town, tough.
Womp womp.
Okay, so I have been Chris. This has been Bo.
Bo.
And this has been William. And salut.